launched his defenders with coronavirus strategy and set out his roadmap for getting the country back to normal. In a national address, he said France would open its borders to most EU countries from Monday. Bars and restaurants in the Paris area can now fully reopen. David Chazan is in the city.
There is definitely a feeling that the worst is over. Certainly getting restaurants and cafes open again is a very big issue for France because more than 1 million workers are employed in restaurants and cafes across the country, and they are a big part of the tourism industry. Now, more than 7% of France's GDP comes from tourism. It prides itself on being the world's favorite tourist destination.
A leading member of the White House coronavirus task force, Anthony Fauci, has warned that with infection rates rising in many US states, it could take up to a year for a degree of normality to return. In a newspaper interview, Dr. Fauci also predicted that it would be months before most travellers from abroad were allowed to enter the US again. Andrew Cuomo, the governor of the hardest hit state in New York, said there were worrying signs.
We're seeing all across the nation the same warning. New lockdowns, second wave, increase. WHO is talking about it, Dr. Fauci is talking about it, the CDC is talking about it. You couldn't have more warnings. You cannot ignore it. These are facts.
Regional leaders in Bolivia are calling on the government to reimpose a nationwide lockdown after the highest daily increase in COVID-19 infections. More than 900 cases have been confirmed in a single day. Leonardo Rocha reports.
The rise in the number of cases follows the easing of quarantine measures in some regions less affected by the disease until now, including Bolivia's largest city, La Paz. Nearly 18,000 people have been diagnosed with coronavirus in the country, and 600 have died. In some areas, the health system is said to have collapsed. Some patients are being taken to empty hotels for treatment. There's increasing international concern about the failure of Latin American countries to contain the spread of the disease.
Colombia's largest rebel group, the National Liberation Army, or ELN, has released 6 hostages, including 2 police officers. They were handed over in a rural area in the northeast of the country, close to the border with Venezuela. On Friday, the ELN rebels had freed 2 other hostages. The releases follow a series of appeals from the left-wing group for the Colombian government to resume peace talks, which were suspended last year. You're listening to the World News from the BBC. The Lebanese army says it has freed 23 Syrians who are being held hostage in the town of Brital in the Bekaa Valley. The captives included women and children who were abducted more than 2 weeks ago. They were apparently being held for ransom. One of the kidnappers was killed in raids that targeted 2 hideouts. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has revealed plans to set up a government commission to examine all aspects of racial inequality in Britain. He said he had made the decision following the large anti-racism demonstrations sparked by the death of George Floyd in the US city of Minneapolis 3 weeks ago.
When thousands of people march peacefully for Black Lives Matter, I can't ignore the strength of their feeling. We have to look at discrimination in the education system, in health, in the criminal justice system. We have to look at all ways in which it affects black and minority ethnic groups. And so we're going to have a cross-governmental commission to look at what is going on.
Opposition parties have urged the British government to go further and faster in tackling discrimination and injustice. Thousands of people have joined the latest Black Lives Matter protests in the United States. Crowds again gathered in Washington near the White House. In Los Angeles, a large number of LGBT protesters marched with rainbow flags to denounce what they said was police brutality, racism and transphobia. The president of Mali has said he's prepared to hold talks with the opposition coalition as he continues to face calls from his critics to resign. Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta came to power 7 years ago. He's been losing support over his handling of ethnic violence in Mali, as well as a jihadist uprising which has affected large areas of the country. Earlier this month, tens of thousands of people protested in Mali's capital to demand Mr. Keïta's departure. BBC News.
Halo guys, hari ini tadi saya mendengar siaran BBC London di dalam bahasa Inggris, yang mana di dalam warta berita tersebut disiarkan tentang perkembangan coronavirus yang ada di belahan dunia. Jadi di Inggris dan di Amerika. Kita berharap virus ini segera dapat diatasi, dan tentunya kita ingin apa yang telah diwacanakan untuk menemukan obat COVID-19 ini. Kita berharap dunia akan ceria kembali, masif di seluruh dunia, dan dapat kita taklukkan. Salam dari Kalimantan. Terima kasih.